What is up, guys? I'm here showing you the Game of the Week, 928DK here. This is the Game of the Week for Facebook. It is called Dragons of Atlantis. I've been playing it for quite a while, and I think it's time to give recognition to it. Dragons of Atlantis, it's a strategy game / war game on Facebook. It's set in a long time ago in Atlantis, where the Atlantis is basically crumbling apart, and you're trying to make the last city along with a couple of other thousands of people. And the cool thing about this game is there are upgrades, you have resources, and basically one thing leads to the next. Right now, I was stupid. I spent money on this game, so right now I'm trying to get the best troops on it, which is fire mirrors. I don't know if they're better than a new troop that just came out, which is our Fang Tooths, but this is basically one of the best things in the game. But anyway, going back to troops, you have a bunch of different troops that are used. You have your basic troops, the porters and conscripts, which porters are basically slaves that carry heavy loads for your troops, and conscripts are just people in your army. They're just basically the front lines, and they're not that good. They're the worst units in the game. Spies, they're the fastest units in the game. They're meant to check how many resources the enemy has. They defend your city against other spy attacks. The more you have, the less spies go through. So those are your basic units that you can train after, like, for your first upgrade of a garrison, which is how you train these troops. And next you have halberdsmen and minotaurs. They are basically your middle range troops. I want to go with longbowmen as another middle range, but I honestly think longbowmen are the most important things in the game, so I want to almost give them a high ranking. Halberdsmen and minotaurs are your strong units. They're faster than conscripts. They have more health. They have more attack and whatnot. Longbowmen are your first ranged units, key to the game until you can get fire mirrors and whatnot. They're very I believe it's like 30,000 can attack level 8 camps, which we'll get to later, and that they're very powerful. They're overpowered almost for the game. Next you've got the big three: battle dragons, swift strike dragons, and giants. Giants are the most powerful land attacks. Swift strike dragons are the fastest dragons. They're the frontline guys again. Battle dragons are the most powerful dragons in the game. I believe they have the highest attack and whatnot. Armored transports, they're like porters, except they can carry much bigger loads. Then you got the fire mirrors here, which are basically longbowmen on steroids. They have 4 times the damage. They have I think they might be slower. Their defense is higher. Their range is 300 higher, but that's actually very significant. Their life is much higher, and their load is pretty high. You need at least like 4 completion minutes, which again we'll get to later. And those are your basic troops. Now, as you can see along my city, you have different things. You have houses, which are these purple things. They're homes, actually. You have garrisons, which is how you train your troops. Storage vaults hold your resources, protect them. Rookery is where you increase the training speed of dragons. Muster point is another key building in the game. It helps, the higher the level, the more troops you can send, which is a very important thing to have. And the more troops you can have, which will lead to spawn trapping or whatever it's called. Science Center, another thing, you can do upgrades, which are researches right there, and you can see all these different things: agriculture, woodcraft. They basically make it a lot easier for you. It's a key importance to the game. Theater increases your city's happiness, which means you can tax them higher, get more money. Happy city equals more money. Next thing you know is we're going to go to the field, which is basically where you get all your resources to do all the other buildings. These are you have different things. You have mines, which are like these. You have farms, which you need to feed your troops. You've got lumber mills, which is what you make to make lumber and train lots of stuff. And then finally you have quarries, which are the light blue ones that make rocks. And aren't really important, so you don't really need that many quarries. Next thing I'm going to tell you about is the map. Well, around your map you have Anthropos camps like this. You've got, sorry about that. You've got all these wildernesses that you can conquer. You've got other cities like this that you can attack. I'm going to attack this guy right now because he's much weaker than me. It's only 10,000 longbowmen. I mean, like I said, longbowmen are extremely overpowered, and with the armored transports, they make a deadly force that cannot be matched. And basically, you can conquer around the area. Those flags are the wildernesses you have. You can send troops to them by reinforcing. No one really does that, though. I do not recommend it that much. And that is it. New thing that came up with it is our outposts, which are you go to outpost. You have to get water dragon egg and a plane, and from there you can make basically a second city, which you can make a second city. I'm going to upgrade my training camp to level 10, which will allow me to make Fang Tooths right here, which is supposed to be one of the best troops in the game. So yeah, they're not as much upkeep, but I'm gonna upgrade this. It takes 22 hours. Next, I'm gonna tell you about are your alliances. Your alliance is key to your thing. I made a new alliance, Warriors of the Forsaken City. Right now it's ranked 224, which is pretty terrible. I was in a top 10 ranking alliance before. I decided to help my friend out. He is currently at 77,000 power. I'm at 578,000 power, so, and that is a pretty big difference. He only has like 7,000 longbowmen. I have 64. Next thing I want to tell you about is I guess Fortuna's Chance. It's a game in it. What you can do is it randomly picks stuff for you. It goes up and down, lots of different things. As you can see in the background, it's sort of picking stuff, and then you could click choose, and then you would get a random thing. That's all. Let me just tell you about the trade. Trade is where you can buy and sell items. Before you do that, you have to research mercantilism, and that's how you're gonna get it. And right over here, quickly I'm gonna show you dragons. Dragons are supposedly the biggest things in the game, but to be honest with you, they're not very important. They're not that good. These dragons, I mean, unless it's level 10, it's pretty bad. And you can't even send them out to attack people until you can't send them to attack unless you get battle dragon armor, which is pretty hard to get. And right here you can see victory. I defeated that one person, got a bunch of resources. I'm probably gonna train some stuff. I don't know. So that's basically your basic understanding of Dragons of Atlantis. You also have your walls. If you want some more Dragons of Atlantis, just comment and I'll do it. See you guys. Bye.